based in Caledonian Road in King's Cross, London.
King's Cross, London, excellent. I suppose, what was your initial inspiration to become a tattoo artist?
I wanted to do a job that was creative and where I didn't need to be sat behind a desk all day, and I was getting interested in getting tattooed myself, and I was really interested in the process, and I was, you know, starting to see tattoos that were a bit more artistic, you know, and like a bit more interesting, and that caught my interest basically, and I just decided I wanted to be a tattooist, left college to be a tattooist, so yeah.
And how did you get into it? I mean, did you get an apprentice or
I got an apprenticeship eventually. Like I did reception in a studio for a while, and then after about 8 or 9 months I got an apprenticeship with Dan Gold. So I apprenticed with him was King's Cross Tattooing originally, but it's closed now, so yeah.
And how was your experience as an apprentice with Dan Gold?
It was interesting. It was good. You could say he had more of the kind of sink or swim method of teaching, you know. And I'd already tattooed quite a lot, and I was doing quite well, so I was more, I don't know, I had a couple of months where I was sort of, you know, reined in a bit, and then I was pretty much just given the opportunity to work and to watch. That was what you did, learning from Dan. Really, you got to watch, and you know, he can do amazing things. So yeah, it was cool. It was nice to.
And how long have you been tattooing?
For about 6 years now.
And what's the highlight in your career been so far?
Actually, I'm having a pretty good weekend this weekend. It's the first time I've actually had my own booth at a convention. I've worked with the shop before, but this is like, you know, the first time I'm doing it properly myself, and everyone's super friendly and want to get tattooed, and yeah, it's just really cool. I'm having a good time, so yeah, everything's pretty good now, and I'm working at a really nice shop now as well, so it's all pretty good. Yeah.
And in your estimation, how many tattoos do you reckon are female?
What, here? Or?
Yeah, and within the UK possibly.
God, I don't know about within the UK, but I mean, it seems to me like more and more, like in the studio I work at, there's 2 female tattooists, which in London is pretty good going, really, you know. Well, I think most studios now will have at least one female tattooist. And in the convention there seems to be quite a lot. Like, I haven't had much of a chance to really walk around yet. I think I'm going to do that today, so I'm check out who's here and stuff.
And would the female tattoo artists that you work with, would you have a kind of a sense of community with them? Like, you know, we're kind of...
Well, I do with the one that I work with, but I mean, I found it really strange that, you know, there is, I suppose because there's less female tattooists, maybe some can be a little standoffish, which, you know, I'm not really. I was like, yeah, female solidarity would be great, and then like you can meet some people that are pretty frosty, you know, and it's like, well, at the end of the day, if you know you're doing good work, then you've got nothing to worry about. There's always going to be people coming to get tattooed. There's enough work to go around.
So would you say sometimes that gender has been like, you know, a little bit of a...
To be honest, I found it more of a positive thing.
Really,
in terms of working, and I found it a bit challenging at the start because I would find that, you know, I'd be upstairs in the studio and people would come in and just assume I was a receptionist, and older guys usually, to be honest, and they wouldn't want to, they would talk to me and then they'd turn around and have the same conversation with someone that's a guy but he's been tattooing like 3 years less than me or something, and they'd be like, actually she's the one that would be doing it. So, and then, but I mean, like, the way I look at it is, if people have a preconception of what they think you're going to be like as a female tattooist, and then they get tattooed by you and you do something that's shit hot and they end up coming back to you time and time again, and you've proven them wrong, and you know, I mean, that's all you can do. You just do the best you can do, and that's it really, you know. So
but you're happy,
it's been a positive thing for me, I think. Like,
and you're happy with how the amount of females that are looking for apprenticeships now?
I think it's brilliant. Yeah, I think it's good. I'm all for, you know, equal kind of rights, opportunities, and the rest. And I think, I don't see why it should be something that's like a male-dominated industry. And I think also the one thing that is good is that, you know, a lot of people, or a lot of women, I suppose, maybe feel more comfortable having a female tattooist, or having the option to have a female tattooist.
As well, I suppose a lot of women would kind of be like, I got tattooed by a girl.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I actually just, like, a couple of months ago, it was the first time I'd been tattooed by a woman myself.
Really?
And I got these like diamonds behind my ears, and it was wicked, you know, it was great. I had a really positive experience, and she's really good at what she does, and like, So that was cool, and I was just like, yeah, everyone should get tattooed by women.
Excellent. And in relation to your own tattoos, I mean, what's your inspiration behind them?
All kinds of different things. This is in progress at the moment with Camille, who's based in London as well, and I love that. I just wanted something with masks. I like the idea of masks, and I don't know, I guess people kind of only show you what they want you to see, and there's a lot about tattoos that's to do with presenting a certain image of yourself or what
so
you
that'd
want
be
to
your
show.
relationship between yourself and your tattoos?
Kind of, but I like that as a theme anyway, and actually the style of mask, which is more comic book, that I really like. And yeah, I don't know, I like sci-fi stuff. That was by Dan Gold, and like yeah, I want to get a lot of stuff done this year actually. So
how far do you think you'd go in terms of?
I've never put a limit on it. I was
Really?
never one of those people that went to get, you know, like the first tattoo and I was like, right, first and the only. I was like, no, I like this, I'm gonna get more.
Cool. Do you think you go as far as getting more your hands done, or
yeah, I reckon
face,
so. I mean,
neck?
I'm always like, I don't really know what I would want on my hands, so I couldn't say what I would get, but I'd have, you know, plans for certain bits. I'm gonna finish my ribs, I'm gonna do my stomach, I'm gonna do my feet. So I've got, you know, there's always something in the back of my mind, but the way I look at it, I've only been working like 6 years professionally now, and I'm hoping I'm going to have a nice long career ahead of me, and I'm going to work with really good artists, so I don't want to fill up too quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to
leave it open, and that way, you know, it's nice when if you work with someone whose work you like, you can learn a lot from them that way as well. And yeah, it's cool. It's a good way to get tattooed. So.
Great. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to chat to us, and best of luck.
The studio is called Jolie Rouge Tattoo Studio. It is in Caledonian Road, King's Cross, London. Come and have a look. Check us out on MySpace. I can't remember the link. Check us out on MySpace. If you type it in, then it will come up. And yeah, come say hello. That's it. Thank you for having me, Tattoo TV.
Yay.